Greetings, my intellectually curious watchers. Welcome to the first installment of Legaleze 101. This is where I teach you lawyer speak. The reason I started this is because oftentimes we lawyers tend to use wacky words that we just assume everybody knows because we think everybody spent 3 years in law school. But most of you didn't, and you should be thankful for that. But anyway, whenever we talk to you, we want you to understand what the heck we're talking about. So I started Legaleze 101 to help you understand all these wacky words we tend to use without even thinking about it. The first installment is going to cover the word subrogation. Subrogation is the substitution of one party for another in regards to a legal claim, right, or demand. The definition that Black's Law Dictionary gives goes on for a couple more paragraphs, but I think part of the problem with that definition is that it uses a whole bunch more words that we'd have to use for other installments of Legalese 101. So I decided to use more of a demonstration to help you understand what subrogation means, particularly in the context of a personal injury claim, because that's what I do, personal injury and workers' compensation claims. So let's get started. These are my demonstrative tools. This is my coffee. This doesn't count, but it sort of looks like the rest of this stuff. This is your health insurance. This is you, itty bitty you. This little chubber here is the bad guy in an auto accident. See, he's got his beer and he's kind of passed out. This is auto insurance that represents the bad guy. And this is your healthcare provider, a hospital or surgeon or whoever it is that's helped you out as a result of this accident. So, in a normal personal injury context, you have a crash. You get hurt. Well, before this, of course, you've been pouring money in every month to your health insurance, just in case something like this happens, okay? More money every month pouring into your health insurance. Well, in this situation, after the crash, you want to come and get something from the auto insurance who represents this guy for what happened over here. Check it out. You got hurt, so your health insurance pays into the healthcare provider to pay for your bills. But then you come back on this fella who's really just passed out and useless over here. He's wasted. He doesn't really do anything. His auto insurance company is the company that actually pays the bills. So whenever it's time for you to make a claim, the auto insurance company pays you for this guy's negligence. So he pays you back for pain and suffering, lost wages, and what we're talking about here, medical bills. Now in this situation, your health insurance paid your medical bills and you get paid back. Yay! That's a good situation to be in. And for the most part, that's generally the situation that you'll have if you have an auto accident claim. However, there are some instances of subrogation in this context, so let's explain to you what that means. In that situation, same thing happens. You pour money every month, well, I can't pour very well, into your health insurance. Boom! You get into an auto accident with a bad guy. He's still passed out and drunk over here. He's pretty useless after this part of the demonstration. After you get injured, health insurance pays medical bills from the premiums that you've been paying into the health insurance. All right? Everything should work that way, right? Then, the bad guy, who's still passed out and drunk over here, he doesn't do anything. He's still passed out and drunk. His auto insurance pays for your lost wages, pain and suffering, and medical bills. There you go. Well, in subrogation, the health insurance is substituted for you in this situation, particularly as it relates to your claim for medical treatment. Because if the health insurance company has a right of subrogation, they get paid back what you just got paid for the treatment. Look at all that money pouring out. Now, the horrible thing about this situation is that you've just paid twice. You were paying your health insurance premiums every month, and then when it came time to use it, and then you got paid on a personal injury claim, you have to pay all that money right back. So you get hit twice instead of just once for paying your health insurance. Essentially, this knucklehead kind of gets the benefit of you having health insurance. It's no fun. So, sadly, that does happen. However, it is generally the minority of cases in North Carolina because North Carolina has an anti-subrogation statute. If you want the site, it is 11 NCAC, that's North Carolina Administrative Code 12.0319. It reads as follows: life or accident and health insurance forms shall not contain a provision allowing subrogation of benefits. Yay, good. So for the most part, you won't have subrogation in North Carolina. However, there's an exception to every rule. This is why we have attorneys. And it is a state law. So remember, there are a few things that trump state law. Two things, in fact, that I can think of right now. One is other state laws. Two, federal laws. Now, in the context of subrogation, North Carolina generally doesn't allow it. However, North Carolina has written some other statutes that says, well, we do allow it in some situations. Those situations that immediately come to mind are Medicaid, workers' compensation, and the state employees' health plan. If you use any of those sources to pay for your health care and you have a personal injury claim against Knucklehead over here, then those sources have a right of subrogation as well, despite the North Carolina statute against subrogation. In terms of federal exceptions to this statute, you have ERISA, self-funded healthcare plans, Medicare, and TRICARE if you're the military. So those are the instances of federal situations that trump our North Carolina anti-subrogation state law. So hopefully this has been somewhat helpful for you, and now you know what subrogation means, so the next time you hear that in conversation, you'll know exactly what we're talking about. Thanks for watching Legaleze 101, and come on back. We'll have some other ones for you later on. See you.